And Falseface, who was a master of disguise, which I could also do, would have added £250 to the jackpot. Well done if you got it at home.
Let's take a look at the scores. We're halfway through the round. Well, we got the full gamut there. Alan and Guy, very, very good. Low score of 1 there, Guy. Susie and Sally, bad luck. That was really bad luck. Sandman. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for Batman villains. We are going to put 7 more answers on the board. Kitty Pryde, Mr. Freeze, Riddler, Scarecrow, Headstone, Penguin, Egghead. OK, Alan. Again, I can tell you there is at least 1 pointless answer in there, and there is also at least 1 incorrect answer. So choose carefully. Did you watch Batman when it was on telly?
I've watched the original TV shows, but that's such a long time ago. I think I'll take a cool choice and go for my friend Arnie, who was Mr. Freeze.
You're going to go for your... Is he your friend?
Oh, well, you know,
yeah.
Me and Arnie.
Your friend Arnie,
He'll be back.
Mr. Freeze. Well, there is your red line. You are saying Mr. Freeze. Let's see how many people said Mr. Freeze. It's good. Not bad. Mr. Freeze scores you 16, taking your total to 17. Brilliant low score. Richard.
Mr. Freeze, who was played by Alan's friend Arnold Schwarzenegger in Batman and Robin.
OK, Emma. You are on 14. You need to score 85 or less with this answer. There is still at least 1 pointless in there.
There are 2 pretty obvious answers on there for me, and 1 risky one. Now, I don't really want to go for the risky one, but I kind of do. I'm gonna go for Scarecrow.
Well done, Scarecrow. You're going to say, there's your red line, nice and high. If you come below that red line, you are through to the next round. Let's see how many people said Scarecrow. It's right. You're through.
Go on. Go on.
Oh, nearly. Mind you, that's a fantastically low score. That scores you 4, taking your total to 18. Well done, Scarecrow, Richard.
Yeah, good answer. Scarecrow is Dr. Jonathan Crane. He's in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. And he commits this crime to study the effects of fear on human beings.
Oh dear, Susie and Sally. The writing is on the wall, I'm afraid. You are the highest scorers even before you've given this answer. But here's a nice way to leave the show. You can leave the show by finding a pointless answer and adding some money to the jackpot. Would that be a nice little bequest?
There's nothing to lose, is there, really?
Well, there's nothing to lose.
There are 2 there left that I've definitely heard of. Riddler and Penguin.
Sure.
Very, very obvious. The others, I really don't know, but I'm going to go with Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde. Let's see if Kitty Pryde might be a fabulous legacy of a pointless that you can...
200.
Yes, have you ever had anyone have 200 before?
Oh, yeah.
Almost every show. Yeah. Let's see if it's a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people said Kitty Pryde. Well, out in a blaze of glory. Unfortunately,
Sorry.
Kitty Pryde is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points, taking your total up to 200. Richard.
Yeah, Kitty Pryde is one of the X-Men, I'm afraid. Let's take a look at the rest of them. As you said, a couple of obvious ones there. Penguin would have scored you 51 points. The Riddler, that would have scored you 35. So, Xander, Headstone and Egghead, one of those is a
Headstone.
villain.
That's got to be a brilliant name for a villain, hasn't it? Headstone. It's
Well,
going to be incorrect.
so you're going for Headstone.
Yeah.
Headstone, it is a brilliant name for a villain, but it's a brilliant name for a villain in Charles Dickens' Our Mutual Friend. I'm afraid it's an incorrect answer. And Egghead, played by Vincent Price in the TV series, that was the pointless answer there. Well done if you got that.
Splendid, Richard. Thanks very much. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry, it's Susie and Sally. What a shame. You've had 2 attempts. I'm afraid it's been round 2 each time that's done you in.
Done us in,
I'm
as
afraid.
they say.
Yeah. I happen to know next round is shopping, which is really annoying. It's just, I mean, that's just the way it falls, I'm afraid. But you have been fantastic contestants. I'm afraid you just didn't have that Batman knowledge you needed to get through to the head-to-head. Lovely to have you on the show. Thank you. For the remaining 2 pairs, however, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So Well done, Alan and Guy, Debs and Emma. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £1,250. Now, you're going to go head-to-head on up to 5 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. That's the good news. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other team to win that question. And the first pair to win 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. Right, here's your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many gifts in the 12 days of Christmas as they could. I think Debs quite likes that one. Richard?
We're looking for any of the gifts given to me by my true love in the festive song, The 12 Days of Christmas. You'll be delighted to know I need the full wording of the gift, but we don't need the numbers. And while they're conferring, see if you can get all 12.
OK, Alan and Guy, because you've played the best throughout the show, you get to go first. You've had a little conference already.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've arrived at an answer?
We have done, yeah.
OK.
I think the one that I didn't remember when I was learning the words was drummers drumming.
Right. Debs and Emma.
When I did it, the one I couldn't remember was Lords of Leaping.
I think Lords of Leaping is a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll
we
go
go
with
with
that.
that?
Yep.
Lords of Leaping.
OK, Lords of Leaping, you're going to say. We have drummers drumming and Lords a Leaping. Let's see how many people said drummers drumming. Down it goes. 21. Lords are leaping, that's low. 21. Does that feel like the kind of right sort of score you should have been getting for that?
I hope so. I just hope people didn't. I hope everybody knew Lords of Leaping.
OK, Lords are leaping is the answer Debs and Emma are giving. Let's see how many people said Lords are leaping. 32 for Lords of Leaping. So Drummers Drumming wins it. After the first question, it's 1-0 to Alan and Guy. Richard?
Yeah, it's tough to think which of those 12 gifts will be more obscure than any others which will be most popular, but there's actually a huge range if we look at all the answers. Right at the bottom there, 14 ladies dancing. That would have been the best you could have done. Swans are swimming and pipers piping. They would have also beaten drummers. 21 drummers drumming, 25 geese are laying, 32 lords are leaping. We'll take a look at the next page. Maids are milking. See the scores going right up now. 51 calling birds. Partridge in a pear tree would have scored 63. And then the top 3 French hens, turtle doves, and 85 for gold rings.
After the first question, it is 1-0 to Alan and Guy. Here is your second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kids as they could. I think Emma's quite pleased with that one. OK, Richard, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kids.
We're looking for any of the 5 children who claimed golden tickets and toured Willy Wonka's factory in the classic Roald Dahl novel.
This time it is Debs and Emma to answer first.
Okay.
What's it going to be?
Yes. Having had a quick chat about it, we're going to go for Mike TV.
Mike TV, you're going to say. OK.
Right. I'll leave it up to the expert here.
I know 4 of them. So I knew Mike TV. There's Augustus Gloop, there's Veruca Salt, and it was Charlie. Don't know his last name actually. So I'm going to go for Augustus Gloop.
Augustus Gloop, you're going to say. OK, let's take Debs and Emma's answer first. They have said Mike TV. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Mike TV. 14, you pleased with that?
Yeah, well,
that's a
I'll tell
good
you in a
low
minute.
score. OK, Alan and Guy have gone for Augustus Gloop. Let's see how many people said Augustus Gloop. Well, Mike TV was small enough. That has won the points for Debs and Emma. So after the second question, it is now 1-1. Richard?
Mike TV, a very good answer. There were actually 2 answers you could have won this with, and let's take a look at what they were. Veruca Salt, absolutely right, or Violet Beauregard. They both would have won it for you. Then there's Mike TV, Augustus Gloop on